Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Russell Fryer, who's CEO at Critical Metals. How are you today, Russell?
I'm doing excellent, Zach. How you keeping?
Doing well too. We have spoke relatively recently, but it would be good to have a catch up or at least an update on what's going on the ground for Critical Metals at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. We've started on the road rehabilitation a few weeks ago, and we're on section 3 now of 8 sections that we have to upgrade and rehabilitate. We're actually in an area that's swampy, so we're busy getting ready to install some water remediation culverts. But we're on time, we're on budget, and I think that the guys on the ground see there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because once we get the road completed, hopefully by the end of June, potentially beforehand, we can liquidate and sell our copper ore inventory that's sitting on the run-of-mine pad. So morale's very high on the ground, and there's a lot going on.
Speaking of copper, obviously copper is going through the roof at the moment, and that's not being reflected in the value of your company at the moment.
No, we used to follow the copper price. The share price used to follow the copper price. And since January to date, our share price really hadn't moved much. And although the copper price had gone from $8,000 a ton on the LME to 10,500 and so. So I always believe in mean reversion, and I think that sooner or later the share price will follow the copper price higher. But what's interesting is, even though share price has been fairly stagnant, as we sell our inventory that's on the run-of-mine pad, we've got somewhere between about a 20% increase in our margins just by waiting for the road to be completed. So we should see sales here in the next few months, just after the road's complete. The higher copper price at 10,500 will translate into better margins and obviously better sales revenues.
But what are you doing in terms of perhaps expanding your footprint, finding more copper, etc.?
Yeah, so next week we get our EIS and our environmental management plan and our feasibility study. And what we're doing is, in fact, today I speak to the drillers to get the timeline on when the drilling rig will arrive on the site. They're going to be there for about a month or so, drilling 1,000 meters of diamond drill core, and then we'll send it down to South Africa for testing. And once that core gets tested, we will design a block model with that 1,000 meters plus the previous 1,000 meters of drill core that we have. And then from the block model, we'll create a mine plan and then hand it to the outsourced contract miner for beginning of production. So it's a very exciting year, certainly a very exciting second half of this year in terms of production restart. And then with that second 1,000 meters of drilling that'll happen in June, we will finish our JORC report and get that released out into the market. The market will want to see that, and I'm pretty excited about it because we're seeing very good grades, very robust grades, and even the lower grades are economic at $10,500 a ton of copper.
So at the moment, the share price, given that you'll have a pretty heavy load in H2 2024 in terms of the news flow, the share price is not reflecting any of that to come.
Well, the share price is reflecting the initial public offering price when it was just a shell, which is bizarre because if you look at the balance sheet, there's about $4.5 million in assets. And so, you see the net asset value greater than what it was, a year and a half ago or so. And so it's a bit perplexing. I think with the market, they want to see the road be completed. Certainly it's underway. On Twitter, we send out some videos of the progress. But yeah, it's a bit perplexing to me that with sales imminent, we're still around the IPO price when it was just a shell.
Well, hopefully after this interview, people will get a new and fresh message. But in the meantime, Russell Fryer, CEO at Critical Metals, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Zach, for having me.